All right, welcome back, Pisces. I'm Ryan with Arrows of Love. Today we're going to do your July 2021 How They Feel About You Love Tarot reading. If you like these videos and like to see more of them, please click that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel and it's very much appreciated for me. And you get to see more of me. Yay. So we're going to review what's happening in the sky first. So Mercury, which has been in Gemini, we just had Mercury retrograde over June. It's finally leaving shadow tomorrow. I'm doing this video on July 6th. Leaves its shadow phase on July 7th. The thing is this, Pisces, it is going to be making a square that's a 90-degree angle, sometimes points to challenges to nebulous Neptune sitting in your home sign of Pisces. So this combination can be a little bit tricky sometimes because Neptune is a nebulous planet. It creates confusion, haziness, fogginess. It can also lead to escapism. So this leads to sometimes overabundance in drugs, sex, alcohol. It also has this element of spirituality, the ethereal. So Mercury is what's on your mind. It's communication, it's thinking. So when the two meet up in this hard angle, it can point to some disillusionment in thinking. It can point to some upsets or disappointments. It can also point to deceit. So watch out for people that are not on the up and up because this combination can be tricky. And we're seeing it for the third time. It's the final time. Mercury stationed direct and hit Neptune once. Then I hit it again, and now it's this third time it's going through this phase. So we're finally getting out of this, but you really got to watch for things on the home front because that's where Mercury is sitting for you in your fourth house. Gemini is 4 signs past Pisces, so this has to do with home. This has to do with family, roots, foundation, ancestry. So if you're looking at these themes, you know, this is where it could point to with this particular square between Mercury and Neptune. The other thing I want to point out is that we're going through another T-square. We're going through a series of them between Mars, Saturn, Uranus, and now Venus is going to get in the mix as well. And a T-square literally looks like this. I always say it's kind of like a timeout. And for you, Pisces, this is going to happen in your 6th house. That's where Mars and Venus are sitting right now. They're sitting in Leo. Saturn's been in Aquarius now for about 7 months. That is your 12th house. And Uranus, which has been sitting over in Taurus, your 3rd house of communication for about 3 years now. So imagine it this way. If you were to look at the astrological wheel, you have Leo down here, and this is where the lovers are sitting. So that's Venus and Mars. And directly opposing them, that's an opposition, is Saturn, Sirius Saturn. So this could be a battle of wills. This could be a battle of egos because the shadow side of Leo is the ego, having an inflated ego of sorts. And then Saturn, which is sitting in your 12th house, the 12th house is said to be the joy of Saturn. This can be self-undoing. Again, this has to do with escapism. Anything that you're escaping reality, and Saturn is the reality check. So the way I see this is that there could be a reality check in relationships because Venus is going to get in the mix. This could also point to commitment because Saturn wants long-term foundations in relationships, and Venus is in the mix. It's this planet of love, harmony, negotiation. So the two are coming at a heads here. So over the course of this next week here, and I'm doing this again on July 6th, you could see some issues coming up in love or your relationships or even your business partnerships for that matter. And watch for things unseen because this 12th house is things unseen, right? It's the opposition. Now, right in the middle, right in the midpoint is unstable Uranus, and that's sitting in your 3rd house of communication. So this points to things in communication, things around the home, perhaps your everyday life. The 6th house has to deal with mundane affairs, your health, work. It's the things around you. It's your local communities. So there could be communication coming out or, things that are a little bit unsettling just with work, or perhaps there's a health habit that needs some type of review. That's really what I'm seeing for you overall, Pisces. And for you, you are the dreamer. You're very imaginative, very intuitive. So sometimes it's hard for you to remain grounded, but that Saturn-Uranus energy is really asking you to come back down to earth, don't live pie in the sky, and really look at the situation for what it is. So again, this could be a reality check, a battle of wills, perhaps even some issues in love. The good news is Venus and Mars, once they move past the square over to Uranus and the opposition to Saturn come together. And this is going to happen over July 12th, 13th, and 14th. It's about that time frame. And whenever these two meet, it only happens once every 2 years, it's a symbolic coming together of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. So it's as if you go through some trouble in relationships. Perhaps there's some confrontation. We're in Cancer season right now. Emotions are running high. You do well in Cancer season overall, Pisces, because you're another water sign, and that's your 5th house of romance, kids, fun and games. So it's actually a very good place for you overall, but that Leo energy can be really difficult to deal with because it's in that 6th house of everyday life. So watch for things coming out in health. Watch for things coming out with your daily routine, any habits that need review. Now is a good time to do a review of those themes. But Mars and Venus together, that's a sign of perhaps peace coming out after some confrontation, maybe some soothing over of a battle of wills, so to speak. So that's what we can look forward to. Again, that's happening over July 12th, 13th, and 14th, right around that time period. It's also very romantic too. So get out near water if you can. We're in water season right now, so by the pool, by a lake, go take a hike. It's also very creative too, so if you want to take a cooking class, go to an art museum, anything dealing with art would also be very beneficial if you really want to harness this type of energy. So that's what's happening in the sky right now. Not easy stuff, but then we have Venus and Mars conjunction to look forward to, so that's actually some good stuff. All right, so we're going to do your how they feel about your reading. Sometimes it's nice to get some additional insight into how your love interest is feeling, what's going on with them overall. So we're going to pull one card for the general energy, one card for their attributes, one card for their flaws. The next card will be how they actually feel about you, what are their inner thoughts, the potential for a happy relationship, and then the outcome. So one card from the Angel's Romance, 6 from the Tarot to clarify. Again, these are general readings. The messages will not resonate with all of you. Be sure to check out your ascendant, moon, and Venus signs. Sometimes those messages will resonate more with you depending on what's happening in your natal chart. If you're looking for a private reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email and we'll set up a time to chat. I'm really happy we're coming out of Mercury retrograde. It's been a doozy, and Mercury rules Gemini, so it's just communication is really off. Travel's been off. I've been noticing, at least on the road, people are nuts right now with driving. So, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if people just haven't been driving as much because of COVID or whatnot, but I've been seeing a lot of people run red lights. Some crazy crap on the road. So be extra careful. We're still not out of that shadow phase. We've got another day to go. But Mercury's still going to be in Gemini for the next week or so. So just be extra careful on the road. United States, this is a holiday weekend. It's 4th of July for us, Independence Day. People are traveling. So if you see this during this time, just take your time on the road. All right. This is for Pisces. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. Remember, time is fluid. Energy can be vice versa here too. So take the messages that resonate with you, leave the rest. All right, here we go. This is for Pisces. First card out is the general energy of your love interest. Queen of Wands. They're bold, they're assertive, they're magnetic, they're very attractive. This is fire energy. We're in Leo right now, we're in Cancer season right now, but oftentimes this can represent a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. But the lovers right now, Venus and Mars, are sitting over in Leo. So, we'll see how this goes. Next card out is going to be their attributes, the general attributes. Ooh, here we go. This is Saturn. This is the devil. Saturn's sitting over in Aquarius, and that's 12th house. 12th house is not an easy house. It's about what's happening in your subconscious. So you have to kind of dig deep. You have to do some introspection here. So maybe there is a habit, a toxic person, toxic thinking that is holding this person back here. So they got a little bit of work to do here. And you'll notice the lovers are also on this card too, right? So, I always say this when I see this card out, the chains that bind them are not loose. They can take the chains off at any point in time. So if there's something that's holding your relationship back, again, if it's a toxic trait, toxic person, toxic thinking, it can be broken at any time. The cycle can be broken. So this can be a difficult card in the attributes. Maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn. Again, Saturn sitting in that 12th house. I say watch out for escapist behaviors, especially with you Pisces. Okay, the next card out is the flaws. Ace of Wands. This is interesting. Intuitively, what I'm getting with this is they're more concerned about sex than anything else. So again, this could be a part of that escapist behavior. It's literally the hand holding the wand, and you can draw connections from that as you see fit. But here, especially if you got the Queen of Wands here, there's plenty of passion, but perhaps there's just too much passion. If the fire burns too bright and you can't sustain the passion, it's going to burn out, right? It's just the laws of physics. So you have to learn how to control the passion and sustain it. So that's what I'm seeing right now with the flaw. This is how they feel about you. Queen of Cups. So this is very not atypical, it's very typical. The Queen of Cups could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. In this case, it's you. They think that you are nurturing, you're very caring, you have the eye on the prize, you know what you want, you're emotionally intelligent. You have a nurturing quality to you that is it draws people in, and this person might need that right now. So this is how they feel about you. It's a great card. They see you as the queen, so you're working your way up the court cards, and this is a great card to see overall. So you got that nurturing attitude. You got to continue that. Very intuitive too. This is the potential for a healthy relationship. The Hanged Man. So there's a couple different meanings that come with the Hanged Man. So sometimes this means suspense. Maybe it's just a very suspenseful type of relationship where you're kind of always like anxious. On the other side of this, there could be a karmic relationship with this because there's an element of spirituality with the Hanged Man. So, this could be a type of karmic relationship that you need to go through. A lot of passionate energy here, a lot of fire. Got the Devil here, so there could be something here that really that you got to work through karmically. But that the potential for a healthy relationship, it's in suspense. You're not really sure. It's that foggy haziness of Neptune coming in here with thinking, making that square over to Mercury. So again, it's not too surprising. Mercury is going to pass Neptune, and this is actually perfecting today, this particular energy. So give it some time. We'll see how it goes. Let's see what the outcome has to say. Five of Swords. Yeah, this could be difficult. There's definitely some bold, assertive action here. There's definitely a lot of passion here. But again, if you can't sustain it, how are you going to have a regular relationship? For you in particular, Pisces, you're looking for that soulmate connection. So you need to have someone that you can be intimate with, that you can be romantic with, and that's going to be around for the long term. So if you're only getting one of the three or two of the three, it's not going to cut it for you. And that means someone might be walking away. Maybe it's just not worth the fight to keep this person around. Perhaps it's great passion, but you can't get it off the ground from that. And that really leads into, this Ace of Wands energy over here. So overall, I say this: you're dealing with a very bold, assertive person, very attractive, magnetic energy here, right? You two probably come together very well, but there's some toxic traits here that are holding them back. It's causing strain on the relationship. The chains are around the lovers. So something has to be broken here. A cycle has to be broken in order for something like this to work. And again, the flaw here is, it's a lot of sexy time, but maybe it's just not enough to sustain a real relationship outside of the bedroom. So you have to consider that. They see you, though, as someone that's very mature, knows what they want, very caring, very nurturing. You tend to provide that type of energy. But if you're not getting it back, if it's not reciprocal here, it makes for a very difficult relationship. And again, there's going to be that reality check coming in with Venus and Saturn this week. So things that come up this week that really point to this energy. And again, it's kind of pointing to the stalemate, not moving, no decisions are being made type of energy. But I think in the end, you're going to say, I can find better. I can do better than this. It's not necessarily an easy reading. A lot of the signs aren't getting easy readings because we're going through this T-square. It always points to confrontations, battle of wills, battle of ego. So just, take it in stride. Let's see what the angels have to say. Yeah, it's saying make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I think here you're guided to take a different step. You might be able to make this work. If they can work through some of this toxic behavior, maybe you can make it work. Maybe you can. I don't always say the end-all be-all is you have to leave a relationship. Sometimes it's a matter of looking at the situation for what it is. It's the reality check and saying, okay, can we work through this? And having a real heart-to-heart conversation about it. And you're very good at that, Pisces. So maybe you need to have the heart-to-heart conversation. Others of you, I think you're going to be leaving this relationship for something else. You just know you're not getting all three in romance. It's romance, passion, and long-term commitment. Are you getting all three here? And I think you have to really ask yourself that, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Again, it's going to be kind of a crazy week. We have that Venus T-square to Uranus, Saturn. That can point to sudden events, reality checks. Just go with the flow. You intuitively know what's going to be right for you, Pisces, because you are a very intuitive sign. I think you're going to make the right decision here. I think you're going to probably find someone else better, to be honest. Please click that like button and subscribe. We will talk to you next month. Take care of yourself. Till next time.